Hello everybody, it's your boy the Almighty Green Talent bringing you a video of some events that's happening in the Bengals land. But before I begin, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe to the video. Please smash the likes, hit post notification bell on top of the channel. So when I make these great videos about the NFL or any other content I create, you'll be able to enjoy them once they pop up on your screen after they have finished download after I completed each video. Alright, let's begin this situation, shall we? It appears that the Bengals have agreed to contract to two of their receivers, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. T. Higgins was playing under the franchise tenor. They franchised him for the second time in 2 seasons. He played. I think he filled out the first contract, the first franchise tenor last season. Then the season just passed and played under it. But they franchised him again this off season, and now him and Jamar Chase both agreed to deals. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. It says here, Jamar Chase, Bengals agreed to record $161 million contract. T. Higgins signs $115 million deal. Here we go. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are staying in Cincinnati for a foreseeable future. Per Fox Sports, Jordan Schultz, who reported this situation, said Chase agreed to a record 4-year, $161 million contract, while Higgins signs a 4-year, $150 million deal. It says here, let me get to about what, then go back to the top of it. It says here, Chase, a 4-time Pro Bowler, has displayed his desire for a multi-year deal by staging a hold-in. He was with Cincinnati, but not an active participant in training camp. For whether he suits up against the New England Patriots in Week 1 was thrown somewhat in doubt. Chase appeared in all 17 games for the Bengals and led his performance on the field do the talking. He achieved a receiving triple crown, leading NFL 127 catches, receiving yards 1,708 yards, and touchdowns, catching 17. The team announced last April to pick up Chase's option for a 2025 season, which guarantees him a $21.18 million salary. All of the signs point to Cincinnati giving him a much bigger payout sooner or later. Through the first 3 seasons, Chase has 268 receptions for 3,717 yards and 29 scores. Defenses adjusted after the 24-year-old averaged 18.0 yards per catch as a rookie, but he adapted his game to lean less on a deep ball and be effective in other ways. Thrown in his strong repertoire with quarterback Joe Burrow, which dates back to the LSU days, and the Bengals simply couldn't afford to let the dynamic wide out. As for Higgins, the 26-year-old gets a long-term extension after playing last season on the franchise tenor and giving a second franchise tenor earlier this offseason, like I mentioned in this video. Higgins have been a crucial part of the Cincinnati offense. Through the first 5 games of his career, he has 230 receptions for 4,595 yards and 34 scores. He's been Cincinnati Bengal longer than Jamar has, I believe. I could be wrong on that. He is coming off a season with 73 catches for 911 yards and 19 touchdowns in 12 games because he got injured. That's why he didn't finish the season. That's why he did not finish the season because I think he got injured somewhere in the beginning of the season. I believe if he had played, I believe if T. Higgins had played it probably would have been a different game if the Eagles had played them. But then you never know. Even the cost of for receivers getting higher and higher, you have to believe the Bengals will pay up in the end, especially with Barrow expressing his desire to keep the offense together. Say what you will for the franchise's long-standing reputation for being extremely frugal, but handling Barrow's $275 million was a sign of intent. This is an ownership regime that starting to show some commitment, at least to a meaningful enough degree to win. A key part of the offense, Trace and Higgins aren't going anywhere. Now the Bengals can turn their attention to defensive end Trey Higginson, who is seeking a new contract. All right, now let's go back to the breakdowns of this contract. I hope I get it all right. Here we go at the top here. It says here, more details on his historic wide receiver duo deal. Jamar Chase is now under contract for the next 5 years, $182.816 million. Now you gotta think about it. He just accepted the 5th-year option, which paid him, I think, 21.8. I think that's what it was. 21.8 million. Yeah, 21.8 million salary. So you include the 160 to the 160 million plus the 21.8. That's your whole 182 million right there. So he playing under the 21 million for this season, and the new contract kicks in 2026. Here we go. T. Higgins deal can be worth over 30 million per year with incentives. He is a top 5 paid receiver in the NFL. Here we go. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins exclusively tell me they're agreed to contract extensions with the team. Jamar gets 4 year 161 with 112 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid receiver, highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. T gets 4 years, 115 million with the first 2. With the first, he gets in with the first 2 years. I agree with what they're saying. With the first 2 years, which going to be the salary. So the Bengals were informed tonight that Jamar Chase and T. Higgins were accepting their offers. The perimeters were ironed out on Saturday. The players notified the team on Sunday night, and an official announcement will be made this week. Probably more likely it'll be tomorrow or Tuesday, more than likely. Let's see. I'm trying to get a little bit more into the details of the contract. Okay. Don't say that. So it looks like I'm going to go into X and find out what's going on. Get more on the contract. The T gets 4 years, 115 million with the first two show more. Man, when you look at it, that is quite a bit of money they dished out. And he's right. And they said the Bengals have issued over $500 million on the entire offense. That's a lot of money for that. But when you look at it, at some point in time, we knew Jamar Chase was going to become the highest paid receiver. Every team and fan in the NFL know that Jamar Chase will reset the market. But now you got T. Higgins, who's a top 5 paid wide receiver in the NFL. Now that knocks A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith receiving contract out of the top 5. Now they're officially top 10. as far as non-paid quarterbacks in the NFL, non-quarterback paid contracts, and what they are. So this contract knocks AJ and Devontae Smith out of the top 5 because they were 4 and 5 respectively. Now with this contract now, it knocks them out of the top 5. It really does. So ain't no hurt there. The Eagles knew what they were doing. They knew that teams would overpay specific players on offense or defense. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins aren't any different as far as that concerns. But now, the question is now, what's going to happen, because will Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown demand more money? Will they? I doubt it, because they signed their new contract last season. If they do get new deals, it might be within 3 years into the new deals. That'd be one of the ways they get the kind of money, but I doubt it. I do see Devontae Smith getting a redone deal. I see him getting a redone deal in the future. I don't see AJ getting a redone deal. I think AJ Brown is gonna stick out his contract, and when he stick it out, he might get a new deal then. But by that time, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins' contract will probably be below market value after that. That's a good possibility, because like I said, Jamar Chase his contract actually 4-year deal, 161, but he also agreed to the 50 option with paying 21.8 million. And Higgins, on the other hand, the 4-year, 161, a 4-year, $115 million contract, but he playing under the franchise tender as well. I forget what the franchise tender is, but I'm quite sure it's somewhere in the 20 million. So his contract probably gonna be 130 some million. If you think about it, his contract, his contract will be 5 years, 130 some million. And then you got Jamar Chase, who contract will be 5 years, 180 some million. So either way you look at it, that's a lot of money. That's over $500 million contract between $500 million between 3 guys: T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow. Those 3 guys are making the most money in the Bengals history. But now the question is, what they're gonna do with Trey Hickerson, because Trey Hickerson looking for a new deal. Are the Bengals gonna get him a new contract? Will they? It remains to be seen at this moment, but that's the news that I'm bringing to you guys. We'll see what happens there in the future. Will Trey Hickerson gets a new contract? Will he? Maybe, because if they do, because see, now I read a few days ago that they say the Eagles are monitoring the contract situation with Trey Hickerson, the defensive end, or should I say edge. The Eagles are monitoring him, but if the Bengals sign him to a somewhere close to this amount of money that they are paying Jamar Chase and Trey Hickerson and T. Higgins, that's gonna knock him out of the market. So we'll see what happens, family. We'll see what happens. But anyway, those are your 2 high-paid receivers in NFL history now. Number 1 and possible number 2, number 3 in the NFL as far as monies pertain to the Bengals. This is your guy, y'all, Mighty Green Time. You guys enjoy your day. Tomorrow's Monday. More to come. Peace out. One love.